James Earl Jones was on this too? This is crazy. I'm gonna have to look for this.
We all did the dumb impression.
My mom bought my mother-in-law the James Earl Jones Jesus clock that does like a Bible verse every hour. It's narrated by James Earl Jones. It's pretty great. I love it personally. It's very relaxing.
Awesome. If I had my choice, I think I would go with Morgan Freeman.
Sure, you weren't given a choice.
Yeah, it's not what's available.
I would want a clock that screams at me in Samuel L. Jackson's voice.
Not Bible verses though, correct?
It's what's in your wallet?
Awesome though, right?
We are Squawking Dead, a podcast pulverizing programs beyond the Walking Dead universe. Sometimes we give you news, sometimes we make you laugh, most times we go deep. I'm your host, David Cameron, and I'm joined by...
this girl, CosmoMom09.
And Bridget. You can find me at ko-fi.com/punkybrewster. It's PUNKYBRUISETER.
And today, we have for you the wonderful season finale of Revival.
Ultimate season finale.
The ultimate season finale titled Rend the Veil.
Rend.
Rended.
Like render?
Yeah.
Like render. Okay.
So to tear asunder the veil. Meaning, well, okay, we can get into this now, but we'll probably find out later. It's basically tearing open the mystery behind what is happening. I think and hope, unless it's a red herring.
Surprise, you gotta wait for season 2, idiots.
Oh.
We don't know yet.
Yeah.
She's like already disparaging them.
No. They gotta leave us something for season 2, so I'm not expecting all the answers.
Rachel,
It's been renewed, correct?
Manages expectations. Oh, we don't know yet.
Ooh.
I haven't checked. Well, the part of the problem is
That'd be devastating.
Just so that the audience knows, we took basically a month break. At which point we were supposed to go into the episode 8, 9, and 10. But we're doing this now, like basically 3 weeks later. All of it 3 weeks later, basically. Part of the problem in trying to find out news is that you don't want to get spoiled on those last 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Reacting to them for the first time. So these aren't like, oh, I just reacted to this the day before, so I know what's coming next. That was so funny. At the moment,
What the hell?
you can tell I have a lot of aggression towards people who live tweet the shows who've already watched it. This is the AMC shows where people have AMC Plus.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, isn't that funny? They post a GIF of the scene in advance.
They're like ready. They've got their tweets all in drafts so they can be first and funniest.
People sometimes say to edit an episode or a show or a podcast or a YouTube video, oh, it's very inauthentic. I'm like, no, dude. Authenticity is what you feel you sound like when your voice exits your mouth. And you want to get as close as possible to that in a presentable manner that isn't something that people want to rage quit. Inauthenticity.
I'm sorry, who says editing is inauthentic?
Everybody in the space that is like in the interview class, the long form podcast space.
You're too lazy to edit because it is a pain in the butt, as we all know. Or, two, you're bad at it. And that's why you're not doing it. And you're claiming that it's because you want to keep your authenticity. But that's not really what it is, and we both know it.
Bridget comes to the defense. But the other side of that coin is these people who live tweet on Sunday nights, that's inauthentic. And that takes a whole lot of editing, doesn't it? That's the weird part. It's super inauthentic.
Just because you determine that you're going to self-edit yourself doesn't mean you're being authentic. Just because something is happening live in that moment doesn't mean you're being authentic. Being authentic means being honest with yourself. So when you're claiming that other people are being inauthentic because you decided that you don't want to do something that they're doing, this BS. It's just not true. I don't know who's saying that. Send me their Dave.
It's like everybody. Like I'd have to send you to everybody's doorstep.
Well, I'll fight all of them.
Okay.
I've got a lot of anger.
Yeah, you do. You don't like any of your outfits. You want to fight everybody.
Yeah.
Her makeup's banging, but like everything else. and like she'll say, well, I only did my eyes.
It's just mascara, Dave. I don't know why you're so shocked by it.
You're very welcome to the compliment then.
Thank you. I think. I don't know.
When is this going to stop?
I don't know. I took a Benadryl.
We're just going to fall asleep. We need to start watching.
I took a Benadryl. Hurry up.
The only thing I have left to say is please visit our merch store. We uploaded 2 new designs not related to Revival or The Last of Us, which was the last design that we had prior to this. It's our refresh logo and art designs from our time discussing The Walking Dead. 11C, the last season, basically. And I think it's pretty creative. We did take down the other designs to replace them. You could bring them back up if you want them. But if you happen to be in the Survivor Series, you can order whatever the hell you want. Anything we've ever put up on our merch store that we haven't gotten taken down, or that we have gotten taken down due to cease and desist. You can get a
razorback.
You pig!
Or a racerback.
Either one.
All right, I'm going to put the episode on the screen now. I just feel like the ultimate season finale.
Ultimate.
Everybody calm down. Take a deep breath and rend the veil.
I never laid a hand on you.
Assuming he's telling the truth.
Now my angel will.
Oh my God, are we going to see this? I don't want to hear that sound.
And in this world of servants fell, to undo us.
Do you recognize that at all, Bridget? I don't know.
No.
Or just my authority on this stuff. I don't know why.
I don't
could
know
have
what that
asked Rachel just as easily.
I actually have so many things to say about this already, but I will save it to the end, and I will have to go get the comic because there's specific things I need to read to you guys.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it.
It was. Oh.
Ugh.
Okay. Weird.
Beautiful.
Stephen Oz going full tilt. Never go full Stephen Ogg.
Like it. Then the angel spoke to me.
For real?
Did it though?
Agony.
Well, they do talk.
In the book?
Not an angel.
Because we haven't heard that.
I'll get into it later. Let me write that down.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't clear. I was like, wait, when did they talk?
Get down to the creek and find out what's going on. Yes, sir.
He should have said crick.
No, he shouldn't have.
I saw the video, Blaine. What did she say before you killed her?
It's not mine.
It's not mine. She said it's not mine.
In Islam, we believe that when a person dies, their soul is separated from their body, and it enters an intermediate state, a transitional barrier between this world and the next.
I would say that I am a man of conviction who's not going to stand idly by as the gates of hell are at my doorstep.
This is very compelling. I love this conversation. Daddy-daughter day.
Here comes the Dunlaps.
Oh my God.
Lester.
Oh, Lester.
Hey, over here.
And then like the sudden, it's me, Lester.
It's hilarious.
You son of a bitch.
Again.
Lungs out, so help me.
God?
God?
Is that what you're going to say?
That's my thing.
God, and how poetic.
Guy in the
The guy in the Bible?
walking problem, the guy with the skin, the leper.
Just trying to name anybody that Jesus healed. The lame man, the leper.
So,
You rocked him just then. He's
I guess
But not really.
special.
Uh-oh. Another misdirect.
Oh, because he's gonna make her do it.
They nearly tapped her out. That was the whole thing.
Oh,
Remember super strength? I don't think she's shown much of it.
You the healer? You the oppressor? Do you even know?
They're like leaving. Like, F this. I'm gone. Ugh. It's not looking too good, Wayne. Oh, yeah, she was crying, whatever that was at the time. Is that pond water? I mean, it looks like it.
Probably gonna kill her though.
yep.
It's kind of what happened last time.
She died.
Who shot him?
Who's shooting?
I heard a bullhorn.
Uh-huh.
It's General Kale, I think.
We need to get her to Nella and JP the tunnel.
JP?
Get the hell out of Washoe.
What's so funny?
Get the hell out of Wausau.
Just everything.
I just want you to know, everything was happening really fast, but you saw Ibrahim hold a sample vial under her tear ducts and stuff to scoop up whatever that stuff, the pond water coming out of her eyes.
She was drinking.
But
the
then
pond
he was
water.
collecting the tears after to figure out what it is that she's excreting when that's happening.
Okay.
Because he already saw her heal
He didn't see her heal Dana.
Was he not there?
He was outside with Cooper and Jordan.
Oh.
She was healed.
Dana told him to not tell anyone and to take Em away and keep her safe because she was passed out.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Because there's more than one time that she got shot in the gut. Dana.
Yeah.
It's like
she gets
one time
it's
that
like
she
the Rick
almost
Grimes
died.
I think I said that at the time.
Yes. Okay.
Again? She got kicked in the gut by CM Punk.
CM Punk.
Strong as an ox.
I like Lester, but I'm getting an uneasy feeling right now.
Let's go to the beach.
Oh, ma'am, let me explain. Yes, ma'am, I understand.
Someone's in trouble.
Yes, right away.
Yes, Mom. Oh, God.
Our mission is not over.
Is this Wayne Dunlap?
Yeah, this is Wayne Dunlap.
Now go.
And you're the one who cleans up messes, huh?
By the way, the military can't operate on U.S. soil. Not technically.
There's something you need to see.
What is it?
That's always fun.
I think we found one.
That sounds like Blaine.
Right.
Drink this.
Here, have some crick water. It's diluted.
Didn't they tell him to put her in the water? What is he doing?
Yeah, this looks very...
I'm gonna go check and make sure that nobody's following us.
What's with the candles? And now I'm getting like, was he the one in the animal mask and the carved chest?
What if he was?
You might want to hold off there. There still seems to be a bunch of soldiers just down by the creek. But
Liar.
don't worry.
Okay, well, call me as soon as
He's
the coast
lying.
is clear.
We're all feeling it.
So wait a second. He wasn't like, oh, Wanda Peterson, love of my life. He was like, no, she was going to be whatever sacrifice.
She was
Em
what I
gonna be
needed.
originally.
Yeah.
Life extension.
Yeah, it might be.
Temporary. The pond water for M was Wanda Peterson for Lester. Dumb.
I think it's Wanda Peterson's.
Alert Alpha.
Oh.
We don't need him anymore.
That looks
We won't be going home
not
until
great.
CGI deer? What do you think?
It's not that bad. Banks of the Broken Creek by Dr. Aaron Weimer.
It says challenging all conventions, a unique masterclass in critical thinking. Now this is in Bonnie's house?
This is in Bonnie's house.
Okay. I bet you Aaron Weimer has a twin too.
Seen an Aaron Weimer lecture? And why do you have this?
This is all Lester stuff.
Lester stuff.
Lester.
Oh, Lester.
Oh, do you see it?
Give me
Do you
that.
see it?
Give me that.
I called it.
Oh, there it is.
Carved chest. It's the unicursal hexagram.
He's Irish. It's Celtic or something.
He's Irish.
I mean, it isn't not Celtic.
Yeah, Rachel, you don't have one on your chest because I do.
I mean, to be fair, that was his stomach. That was a long way from chest.
It's his whole torso. It's this whole section. So many revelations all at once that I didn't want, but we're glad to have.
Hey, we're checking boxes. I'm happy.
It's like, we'll give you what you want, but not in the right packaging.
Yep.
Oh, it's purple.
Hello, Martha. Water from the creek helps you, no?
No.
Live. For as long as we possibly can.
Yep. Lester's MO.
But this was all so that your old ass doesn't have to die?
We needed a vessel. A young woman capable of creating life.
Oh,
Rose was the first.
Like a womb and stuff?
Then your petulant ex-lover was so cocky and thought he could just scoop it up and take it home to his wife.
Oh.
Pusillanimous mendicant!
Pusillanimous mendicant.
It's not his.
I told you it was him.
It's yours.
I said it was Lester.
I said it was Lester. We both said it was Lester. It's your alien.
It's your soul.
Your soul.
So that's what it is. These creatures are your soul. But why is it purple?
Uh-oh.
It's like her psychosis from the last episode. Oh. Well, that'll do it. Remember what Lester said? Life is appreciated in reverse. We got to see that.
Revitalize citizens.
Revitalized.
Scope of General Kale's operation.
Cooper, we've got to go.
Stop yelling, Mom. I already packed it once. Shouldn't you be the one to unpack it now that we're staying here?
Fair.
Sometimes life's not fair.
Yeah. Stepping down, Wayne Cypress.
Are you holding up?
JP's taking his position.
Go fishing every morning.
Oh, they're finally fixing that leak in the ceiling.
I'm glad it's you taking over.
Hey, I was right.
I'm not that good at politics and all that baby kissing.
And I what? Jean Paul.
Jean Paul is
now.
JP.
You ready for your first day, Professor?
Oh, yeah, not a professor.
That's a relief. The last Cypress professor thing didn't end well. Is that the only thing you want to stay close to? Algae?
Just the way she said it.
I better get going.
No, don't get
Kiss
going.
her.
I know.
We should do it again sometime. Dent a car and not leave a note.
I'll see you around.
Smooth. Goes down easy. I wanted to open the box of donuts, and Em is like, hey, I'm down here.
In a donut?
In a donut box. Like a miniature version of her.
I'm waiting for her to be inside her head or something.
Yeah, it's sort of like that. Not really in the box, but it's her mind trying to speak to her. Aw, come on. That's, okay, that's older Dana.
That's
That's
her
younger,
old
Younger
sweatshirt.
Dana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It's so sad. Oh, it's Kay. Kay Matherin.
Em said a friend told her to go to the bridge.
It's probably one of those online friends of hers from Live Journal or that a Y forum thing.
We're all on the same page. We're all having a hard time with Em not being in the picture, right?
I'm waiting to see where this goes.
Yeah, there's
Right.
going to be more to this.
Yeah.
Something with this forum.
Oh, this laptop. Do we all have this laptop at one point? We're so old. It's a Dell or an HP. Your mother's death is not your death. It feels like it sometimes. Go on her birthday and make tonight the night. Tonight the night. I really think you should go to the bridge. She's on the left and this person's on the right. KTOBS?
083.
Like a birthday? KT83?
Probably not.
Maybe I could watch Cooper.
He's still broken up about losing Em and he blames you for it.
Ultimately.
Yeah. Okay, I guess so.
That's hard.
You'll never guess where the IP address was from. The Weimer house.
It's the wife.
Nethia.
What do you know about his wife? Turns out she wasn't assigned M's case. She asked for it.
Do you remember what I said about the mask?
What mask?
The actor's mask on her wall?
No.
Oh, in the office?
Mm-hmm. And she's talking to Aaron through the mirror.
Vaguely.
What? What?
Where the hell are they?
A different country? Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm confused.
The video has concluded.
It sure has.
Well,
Okay.
obvious question first. Is she still in Wausau? First of
No.
all,
That's not Wausau.
is that like
Well-
Ireland? It looks like Ireland.
I was also thinking Ireland, but that's just because I got back from there, right?
Yeah,
like
the
it's
cliffs
on
of-
my mind.
Was it the Cliffs of...
Cliffs of Moher.
Moher, right.
It was
yeah.
that wasn't the Cliffs of Bed.
Wait, no, she was at the bottom of them. And she's looking...
There is
kidding.
no it's ocean at the bottom.
Right, yeah.
I mean, it could have been a Scandinavian country also, but it doesn't really matter. It just doesn't look like the US. At the very least, it's not Wausau.
Or we're downplaying the beauty of Wausau. And
No.
like, we just don't know. Is this the mountain bay they speak of in the county? I don't know. Just kidding. Second most obvious question. Emma's back with Nethia. She signed out of chemo and she's now in another country.
Mm-hmm. I will mention that the sewing of the sweatshirt, the threading, is interesting because in the comic book, Em does that herself. It is Dana's old sweatshirt.
Right. Which you saw her wear.
Yeah, she takes it and she sews what looks like stitches into it all over, random lines of stitches. And when she's done with it, she says, perfect. It's all put back together just like me. Because in the comic book, the revivers have scars. They don't heal to 100%. They have scars on their bodies. And even the little girl, Jordan, in the comic, she has a scar like down her face. So I don't know if those are scars from before, but Em is covered in scars. Her whole body is covered in scars.
I guess on the show, they only show the one that's on the side of her head. And
Yes.
some of the few that they showed.
I haven't gotten to a point where they've explained it, but is it from the car accident or is it from reviving? And you don't really know, but that's what the threading on the sweatshirt is supposed to represent. So it's interesting that they put that in.
And Nethia's one, the one who's sewing.
Is sewing,
The
yeah.
sweat, the hoodie. Anybody else have any other questions? So,
oh my gosh, so many questions. Okay, first of all, I want to start by saying I am overall very pleased. We got the right answers that we wanted and enough extra little mystery to take us into this next season. Enough so if they do not renew, I'm going to be livid.
Yeah,
I could be fine with them not.
It's a really big note to leave you on where you're like, I want to know more now. Now I have to know more.
Exactly. I felt like this was a very nice wrap up. And I like that. I don't know if anyone suspected Lester before this episode. Lester's name was tossed around half-heartedly, like half
last
as a
episode.
joke.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we were joking.
And then to find out like, oh, okay. That was really clever. And I really enjoyed that. And I like that he just was sort of lingering around the whole time, unsuspecting. Teacher Lover, right from the get-go, was a bad guy. We all had his number. But Lester, that was a sneaky one. Good job.
Yeah, I mean, they did the mathing, and what other characters were left but Lester and Nithya? Well, and what happened to Brent's twin?
I was just going to say, I still need to know where Trent is.
Trent, assuming his name is Trent.
I named him.
His mom's an idiot.
I named him. It's Trent. Trent and Brent.
Right. Are you his mother?
No, parents of twins do rhymey names. That's a
sometimes,
thing.
Or they do the same first letter.
Yeah, I played softball with twins named Stacy and Tracy.
Or it would be like Brent and Brandon.
Yeah, I prefer Trent. Trent and Brent.
I think every one of those twins are regretful that they had parents. So
I disagree because your name is your own and you make it who you are. You don't get to choose your names.
Yeah, but not when it sounds like my twin brother or sisters.
What? It's still your name.
Yeah, but it's like the other one. You know, the other one.
Okay, stop. They're still dealing with revivers. Whatever M went through didn't reverse anything. All the revivers are still around, still
like
hanging
you said
out.
In the last episode, the head vampire would make the other vampires collapse.
It is interesting that her soul was purple. I kind of like that. I hope my soul's purple. I really like that.
I hope my alien creatures, my soul meaning.
Not super happy that's what they think souls look like.
I'm thrilled, actually.
I'm not.
To be fair,
I want my soul to be more beautiful.
Extremely comic book accurate, just so you know.
Okay.
Extremely comic book
So they
accurate.
took it right from the page, at least.
And when I say that they talk, like they do that scream a lot of the time. And I'm gonna read you something that Jordan says. Jordan has more dialogue in the comic book. So she's talking to herself after jamming M's eye out to get away from M, because M keeps saving her and her angel, her soul, is coming after her, like to get her, and Jordan wants to go, but M is stopping it from happening
because she doesn't know what it is, right?
Yes. And M is like, M like grabs the like soul and like tries to drown it in a river. Like there's like it's wild. It is absolutely wild.
It's so great.
It's absolutely wild. Jordan is by herself and she is complaining kind of out loud. So I'll read the whole dialogue because it's interesting. I guess I'll miss Christmas. Everyone is happy then. Maybe if me coming back was like Christmas, I'd want to stay around, but it's not. Everyone's just sad and scared. And it makes me so bored how scared and sad they are. Everyone. Scared and sad and mad. And when I did something bad, my mom would put her hand on her hips and she would scrunch up her face like this. And she would say, Jordan Marie Borchardt, I am very disappointed in you. She doesn't say that anymore. But that's what she thinks. I'm very disappointed in you. Now, at this point, her soul is tracking her and is behind her. So she turns around. She says, there you are. See, she would be disappointed in you, too. You're not an angel or Jesus or God. I know because I hear your voice. And you just sound like me is all. And then it talks. It's elongated. It's weird. It's pretty, but it's PRRIIIDDDDDY. Okay, like exactly. And then it says red dress, but like dress, it can't pronounce the D, so it's like JUHRESSSS.
Yeah.
I think it's drunk. Like their souls are drunk.
Yeah.
Just like they're just not human.
They don't have lips. They don't have them.
That's true.
Face traps. That's right. Yeah.
But a lot of the time they do the weird screeching sound.
I hate it.
The screeching thing, do they explain it? Is it a way of tracking? Is it in
Sounds like
agony. Is it in agony?
I don't know. It might be pain. To have your soul separated from your body, there must be some element of
longing,
pain involved in that. And
I
so
can see longing.
the way that it's like described in the comic book, because sounds are hard to convey in a comic book. A lot of the time it's like vertical and kind of like tilting script. And then it'll be like HRRCCCCDHHHEEEE. It's almost like a and the way that the letters are written, because often that's an indicator in comics. Yeah, they're a little bit rough around the edges. The letters. Once they said the soul thing, I was like, oh yeah, well, I already knew that.
It's just weird. This is Bridget's reaction.
Well, I mean, because I just got to that part in this comic book. I am a third of the way through the comic book, and I just got to this.
Wow.
Today, whereas it's introduced in, what did I say, like the second page?
It's like the second page. Yeah.
Hold on, it's third page.
Yeah,
third or fourth page in.
What is that?
And it just says no. No. It's like walking near the river, and it just says no. And I was like,
to anyone in particular?
That? No, it's by itself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not seen again.
It doesn't want to fall in.
Because interestingly enough, the comic does a lot of scene changes. So like the top of this page is Good Samaritan Hospital, Merrill. Second little panel, Wausau Police Department. Third panel, Old 51 Bridge with the soul. Fourth and fifth panels down at the bottom go back to Randy's. A lot of the pages will do that where like you'll get one line from a scene happening somewhere else, and then it'll come back to something that you know a little bit more about.
Yeah. We still really don't know the significance of the time frame, the 2 weeks. What was it about that time frame that everyone came back?
Yeah, so I have a theory on that. And this has nothing to do with the comic book because I'm not far enough to be able to tell you if it's true or not. It's almost like M's dying because it was powerful. The light that came out, that whole circle around it is the vicinity in which it triggered it.
The epicenter, yeah.
Yeah. Is that what Aaron Weimer's wife wants? Is for that to occur when she dies again so that she can live. Do you see what I'm saying? Because, she's got a terminal diagnosis, I would guess. They're doing chemotherapy. But if Aaron was looking into a way to heal her, that may have something to do with this. Does she want M around? Because is M more powerful? Why did it work with M, but it didn't work with Rose?
Did she die too fast?
Rose?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's hard to tell.
That still doesn't answer the 2 week time frame. Like you said, this burst came and then it kind of like shot out. It would almost make more sense that everyone within that proximity comes back. But instead they did a time frame. They said
they did
in the past
finite
2
time.
weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that's just like for the sake of writing, like you don't want to have like super gross, super dead people. So you're like, 2 weeks is enough. I'm not really sure.
And there could even be spiritual ramifications, like say in Judaism. You've heard of the word Shiva before, right?
Yeah.
Shiva means Shiva, the number
Shiva,
7.
right? Yeah.
Yep.
But for your parents, you sit a whole 30 days. And so maybe there's a sort of, because they're your parents.
Well, sure. But I mean, jobs and stuff, that's crazy.
Yeah, but life, and death. But for everybody else, it's 7 days. Maybe there's like a split the difference between the 7 and the 30. And it's like, okay, 2 weeks.
Maybe.
But there is something that Lester said, though, also. Lester said something to the effect of there's a transitional period between life and death. And I thought maybe that 2 weeks is that, well, there's enough soul material in the water in the creek and all that stuff to keep your soul around for 2 weeks. And at the end of that 2 week period, maybe there's not enough soul left to reconstitute you. That sort of thing.
That's similar to what I was going to say.
Okay.
Well, what were you going to say, though, exactly?
Well, no, yeah, very, very similar. I don't know written down anywhere that your soul hangs out for any period of time. But maybe the writers decided your soul hangs around, let's say for argument's sake, like in a purgatory area, like a waiting room.
Transitional.
Yeah. In like a little waiting room before it goes to heaven. So it hangs around for 2 weeks. But after that, there's nothing to bring back.
Right. Very hard 2 weeks, too.
I mean, that's like why it's sad. And it's like screaming in agony. Because it's like, I just want to go to heaven.
I just want to be reunited with you or with something else or just move on, right?
You would think if there were physical pain, the physical body would feel it, not the soul.
I think that's the irony. I really love this concept, though, that it is your soul and that the only reason why you're hanging around is because you're separated from it.
I like that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
and it is you, but
I'm so glad it's not aliens.
Do you remember what Jordan said? she felt that she was empty inside.
Mm-hmm. She did, yeah.
And what are kids but more in tune with
what they
actually feel?
The adults in the comic book state something similar. That they feel nothing.
Oh, when they were in the therapy session, everyone kind of more or less tried to describe that feeling. I love that it was more vague.
There's someone, I'm not going to get into who the character is because like it just really doesn't matter. He is in almost like an interview with Aaron Weimer. Aaron Weimer makes it a lot longer in the comic book, by the way.
Oh.
So there's this whole thing that you see earlier on with this ring that has to do with this guy, and it's like this really sad story. He bought a ring for his girl, but he goes to war, and then he comes back, and she married somebody else. She already had kids, and you know, Aaron Weimer keeps being like, "So how do you feel?" And he's like, I keep telling you, I don't feel anything. The ring disappeared, and so did all of my feelings. So did the sadness. So did everything. Everything's gone, which makes sense because he's separated from his soul.
Right. So it has no bearing on him.
Yeah.
So this is the guy whose tombstone you see at the first frame of the first episode. And I mentioned
it is Joe something. Yeah.
I remember reading the little blurb on his story.
Yeah, it is Joe
and
something.
the ring thing jogged my memory.
Yeah. Anyway, Joe is somehow reunited with his soul, even though his soul doesn't show up in the comic book. It's very, very weird. But it leads me to this part about Blaine, because remember I was like, Blaine's a snake oil salesman and he knows it, and his faith isn't like this at all. I was wrong.
Ooh. So he was faking it till he makes it.
He is all of those things. Do not get me wrong. Like that, everything I said is still true, stands true. Maytow was in the hospital visiting. Because again, the Hmong storyline is way more prevalent in this, as is racism, which I want to get to in a little bit because it actually has to do with Ramin.
Yeah, I thought there could be many entry points in this episode for them to be like, oh, not my God.
Yeah. So anyway, so May is visiting the Hmong woman that is prevalent throughout the beginning of the story in the hospital, and Blaine is also there. Now, Blaine at this point has been in the hospital in like a full body cast for a while.
Jeepers.
He went after May and M. May and M connected earlier in the story. They're directly connected.
Is that why he's in a cast?
Yes. Yes.
How does he went after them?
He's chasing after them. They're on snowmobiles because, of course, it's Wausau, Wisconsin. Heavy snowmobile usage. He ends up getting like hit by a truck or something.
Yikes.
Oh my gosh.
He totals the snowmobile and he ends up
and his body
in the hospital. So he's in the hospital and May ends up coming to his room because something has happened and the Hmong woman has been moved to ICU. And so she's trying to get answers and she knows that Blaine's on the same floor. And he's like, I don't know. There was just some old guy here and they're saying he spontaneously combusted. Because he reunited with his soul and they can't explain what happened. I don't know that he reunited with his soul, but his eyes got all like white and he like smoldered, I guess. So I don't know, whatever.
What other explanation is there?
And also Blaine Abel is very into Maytow, like super into her.
I get it.
Says all sorts of inappropriate stuff.
Like Jerry Orbach.
He's got a white birch he could plant in her. Stuff like that is what he says. Like it's crazy. Anyway.
Jerry Orbach would say that though.
Oh. He says to May, there was a look in his eyes. I've only ever seen it twice before. I know that look, May. Listen, you just need to hear it. My uncle came to live with us when I was a kid. He was having some troubles at home, and my mom felt bad for him, her kid brother, after all. I loved it, right? He was younger than my dad. He still liked to play ball out in the yard. We watched action movies and he let me say swear words and drink Mountain Dew. And then something changed in him. Something got to him, took away the light. He was wrong. I asked the priest for help, but those cowardly MFers, it was up to me. I tried. I did my best to save his soul. I did. But all the books and all the crosses I could find, they couldn't make my uncle a whole man again. I had to free him. So you can only imagine what that means.
Okay,
do you understand me? It was the only way. He's drinking his own Kool-Aid for sure. He was someone else. I knew it by the look in his eyes. That was the first time I saw it. That old man in the hall, that was the third.
The one that smoldered is what you're saying.
The second time was on your friend.
Full circle.
The girl in the gray hoodie. The girl that ran me into an effing semi. That look, May, that's when a demon crawls inside a body. It settles in and takes control, and it looks out from the eyes of what used to be a human being.
Okay, I'm so glad you said all this, because it confirms at least comic book Blaine Abel is exactly as you described yesterday.
Yeah,
full on.
Still, he knows that he's faking. He knows that people lie about being demon possessed, but he's saying, but I have seen it really in my life.
Everyone else is inauthentic except for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
okay, that I did.
I just thought that was worth mentioning because I got to it today, and then when I saw what was happening on the screen, I was like, oh, it's the same. I lied yesterday. I mean, I didn't know. I said
you didn't know.
I said he wasn't. I said he didn't know. He wasn't in on it, but he is. 100%.
Yeah, this is actually what I wanted to get to, because this story, as it's told on the TV show, at least, probably in the comic as well, makes Blaine Abel not wrong. Definitely not right, but not wrong. Because what would be your assumption, taking the visual element of these angel, alien, soul things aside completely? When you hear, oh, my soul is no longer in my body, what would you think?
Well, if we're to follow Buffy the Vampire Slayer lore, then it would mean that you are evil, Dave.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to go a different, like, oh, you're a zombie.
No, you're evil then. The vampires in that world do not have souls, and the only one that does is a
angel.
Sad man.
He's the saddest man.
He is a sad, mopey, broody David Boreanaz.
Yes. Just like today. So, okay, going back to the point, it doesn't make Blaine Abel wrong, but doesn't make him right.
Correct.
The prescription is wrong, but the diagnosis is right.
Yeah, you're without a soul, and he can sense that something's off.
This is just a personal preference, doesn't impact the way I viewed the show, because in that sense, it's kind of has a level of authenticity. But I would have preferred maybe having Blaine Abel realize a little bit more that he was mistaken, or like have at least some sort of doubt. And you do see that after M heals Wayne Cypress, her father.
We don't have enough time to get to know what would happen, because it's immediately interrupted with shooting.
Which makes me think what he's spewing right now. He was like, last we saw him was on a microphone too, right? Looking at cameras feeds, was it?
Yeah, it's the standoff. We don't know what happened to him. We didn't see him. We see Wayne in the back of the truck. The shooting has stopped.
Yeah.
So something has happened, but we don't know what's happened. So I think that's one of those things left over for season 2 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Did he get away?
Yeah, I feel like I feel like he got arrested though. What didn't
we? Don't know.
Oh, no, maybe he did get away, because half of his followers ran off right after he shot Wayne.
Yeah,
and the other half probably got picked up by General Kale.
We don't know.
All I know is that he was looking into a screen in front of a microphone with like a bunch of feeds, like camera feeds.
Mm-hmm. Was that before or after the 35 days later?
Before.
Was it?
Yeah, I would venture a guess.
The speaker thing was.
But he wasn't actually talking. I feel like there was like a voiceover.
No, there was like a voice or musical transition.
That's why
thing.
I thought it was after the 35
did I miss
days
that?
later.
Maybe I missed
I thought I saw him sitting at the monitors.
I don't remember seeing the monitors. I didn't look at the screen. I guess I don't know.
Probably not that important, because like, where does that lead you anyway?
That means
either way,
that he's out. That means he's not there. Yeah, he's not.
Or
in
he's
prison.
like the prison podcast. He's trying to see his audience in the cells. That was kind of my half-hearted assumption, assuming he is in prison. That's his new gig. Hey, prison radio, gospel on the ones and twos. Stop hating me. Since Revival ended, there's an account that is counting down the days until the announcement of season 2. They're like, 9 days without an announcement for season 2.
Oh, they're counting up?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a Thursday, so yeah, it would be almost 2 weeks.
There's no official announcement.
Maybe they'll announce it in 35 days.
Oh, that would be pretty cool, Rachel. Or like 2 weeks would be kind
2 weeks.
Let's put it that
2
way.
weeks or 35 days.
Yeah, one or the other. We'll take both. It's like when people were announcing the Mayan calendar would be the end of the world. Oh, we were wrong about it was like we
did
off
the math
by...
wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
We get the math wrong.
See you in 2035.
Yep, these are the new dates.
I want to talk about the racism component of this, because this occurs in what?
2009. The parking validation was 2008.
I know, but we saw 2005 on Patty's gravestone.
That was 2 years beforehand.
So
That's
it's 2007.
They are messing around, because the parking validation ticket was 2008, which was Revival Day. Then a month into January, it's already 2009.
Doesn't really matter.
Doesn't really matter.
Ramin is struggling with his faith, going to the Quran and then feeling like he can't go to the Quran because he's a man of science. Although any scientist that has faith will tell you that science proves faith, hands down.
Yeah, most scientists are faith-based.
That occurs in the comic as well, where he's like unsure. And how do you justify there's souls walking around and stuff? Weird
and
stuff is
like
happening.
That.
He goes to like a center, not a mosque. Of course, I can't find it now. Also, Coop's actual drawings are in here. Bonnie mentioned it in this last episode that he draws his own comic books. He gets whole pages. Okay, it's the Islamic Society of Central Wisconsin, Wausau Center that he goes to. I just want you guys to like be aware of the time in which this occurred.
Only a handful of years after 9/11.
Correct.
Figured you were going there.
There's a lot of Islamophobia going on. There's also a lot of hatred and of very much us versus them situation happening. So the Islamic Society Center is vandalized when Ramin shows up. And he doesn't run it. Obviously, there's like a man who does. And it says, Jesus will return, Muhammad will burn, 9/11, revival day, go home, is what's written. They're even going as far as saying, this is domestic terrorism. It's crazy. But I know that people were fearful. It was out of ignorance, but it's also out of fear. Between that and also the prevalence of the racism with the Hmong people, I've said it before, Tim Seeley has to be from the Midwest. I am firmly convinced of it. He has to have lived in Wausau, Wisconsin, because I lived in Wisconsin during this time frame, and the amount of stupidity that I heard out of people's mouths in regards to what we should do,
what we ought to do.
Yes, in revenge for 9/11 was so stupid and so crazy. I grew up in a fairly integrated area of the South. So when I moved to Wisconsin, I was shocked by how prevalent racism still was.
Because you'd think the opposite because you're in more of a...
We moved to Wisconsin and I was like, why are people flying Confederate flags here?
Oh.
That was what was happening. So I was like very confused. Props Tim Seeley just for being honest about what was happening in that time period. It sucks, but at least it's bringing light to something that was honestly occurring. Gran Torino was a Clint Eastwood film that had to do with Hmong people and the racism around. That's Hmong culture that movie like kind of surrounds. It was very prevalent at that time in that area. I'm sure it had been more prevalent before my time there, I would assume.
Or I don't know, maybe it brought it out.
Obviously, when you're making a show, there's a lot of nuance to this. People who are younger than us, who didn't grow up through that, if you were to really put in this like heavy-handed racism part,
You'd have to prep
people would just be like, what is going on?
Where is this coming from?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the beginning of Dark Winds. They kept prepping people with all this common knowledge from the region, like how big Nava country is, and you need all that water, but then also sterilization. Happened.
Yeah, exactly. I just want people to know that it is in the comic. Mentally prepare yourself for it if you're going to go and read it. But on top of that, I think they did a really good job on both the TV show and the comic book. I'm excited to read the rest of this now because like things have happened in this that haven't happened in the show. So I'm like excited to see, is it going to be stuff that comes up in season 2? Also, I for sure was under the assumption that Lester was a reviver. So now I really want to get to the end of this because what is Lester in this?
He was just jealous of Wanda, what I said earlier. Ish.
Lester is definitely dating Bonnie. Bonnie is considerably younger.
Right.
In this.
Mentioned that.
She's more in like her 30s, maybe 40s, if that. Brent is a gay man.
Oh, that. I see it.
No twin that I know of. And much, much more Midwestern looking. Big tree trunk of a man, big beard.
That has not been my experience
like
with
a bear.
Midwestern men. Oh,
he's a bear.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
Not lower Midwest. We're talking like you're getting further up into the center of the state.
Yeah, gotcha. We're going upwards. We're going north.
Yeah. And it's funny because Brent is gay, but he's obviously not out to everyone, but he is out to Dana. So Dana and him are like talking. He goes and talks to this guy at the bar. He's telling Dana about it the next day, and Wayne overhears and he's like, all right there, lady killer. And like, it's just like, Wayne is like very oblivious to what's going on. May Tao goes to Lester's house and pretends to have trapped her car in a snowdrift outside of his house, and he acts like he doesn't know who she is, but he totally does because she's obviously on TV. He's like, you doubt your own celebrity. I see you on TV. I know who you are. So they go through this whole like song and dance where she's like pretending that she's not May, that she's somebody else, and he's pretending that he doesn't know, and they're having this whole conversation. Anyway, he takes her down to kind of like a basement garage, like a walkout garage, and there's a busted up snowmobile in it, and he says, I had to call Lane to come get the snowmobile. I trusted him to be quiet about this. Obviously, May in her research found out that they had a call together. My whole legacy would be ruined if people found out that it was a lie, that I wasn't living well. Because his whole thing is health and fitness.
Right.
And so he's like, well, if I am a reviver, then that undoes all of the work I've done. Because now it's not about health and fitness anymore. It's some miraculous thing happened to you, and that's why. Now, he doesn't come out and say it, but that was my assumption based on the the snowmobile.
He's hiding the snowmobile because that's how he died.
Well, it's crashed bad.
Okay.
So I assume so.
When you said snowmobile, I immediately went back to, you were saying Dana and M.
So I wondered that. Is it the same snowmobile from then? Like, is he hiding Blaine's snowmobile?
Right.
I'm not 100% sure.
Because Blaine was the one in the cast, that whole thing.
Yes.
Unless it's just a big long con.
But it would be weird to find a man out in the woods with no snowmobile crashed out like that. So I assume that his was with him. So I assume that Lester's is his, because he goes on in such detail to say that it would undermine his whole legacy. This must have to do with him being a reviver. Now, if that's the case, then I don't think Lester's the one who triggered any of this in the comic book. And so I'm interested to see where that goes.
Who in the comic book did? Well, it may all go back to Nikia in the end.
Yeah.
Unless she doesn't exist?
No, she does. She does. Okay. She does not have cancer, as far as I know.
No, as far as you've seen, she may.
There's no head wrap or anything, full head of hair.
She just wears it well.
Aaron is a horrible husband. Just awful.
Comically horrible.
Just
stereotypically.
Awful. Just awful husband.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Be prepared to see how awful he is of a husband.
M climbs in through his window. And he's like, we can't do this. Yes, I sang that song at the top of my lungs the other night because that is my jam. I'm not a lesbian.
Melissa Etheridge, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not a lesbian, but that is my jam. That song goes so hard. Okay. She climbs into his window, but he just finished up an interview with Joe. And then Joe goes to the hospital and dies for real because he's a reviver.
The soul thing that you just mentioned with the
she climbs in and she's like, take off your clothes. And he's like, we can't. Although that's all he's saying is we can't. He's half naked. So clearly he's not fighting that hard.
We can't, no.
And then she goes, we're not going to. We're just going to lay on the floor like we used to. And so they're just laying together naked, which is so weird. So it's not even just about the sex. It's also very intimate.
Yeah.
I don't love it. I did tell you that Cooper has whole splash pages in here
of his comic.
Yeah, Cooper writes a comic about how his mom is like a hero.
Aww.
It's very cute. He talks about how there's bad guys and they don't have any superheroes in Wausau and the dead came back to life and people thought they were going to eat people. And then like one of the people's like, are you going to eat me? And then he's like, no, do you have any bacon? Like it's like very cutesy. It's drawn in kid style. I really love it. But I got to one after the Czech brothers incident, which Cooper is involved in. He's held at gunpoint. It's much more violent in the comic book. Cooper writes, but mom wasn't always there. Sometimes Cooper was alone and scared. Sometimes there were scary monsters in reference to the souls because Cooper has seen the souls and hung out with them, brings his toys. He calls them his guys. They're like his action figures.
Cooper, you're my guy.
No, like he calls his toys his guys. So he's like, do you have my guy? To the alien.
My guy?
The alien soul thing is like out in the woods and he's like, hey, I have my toys here. They're not my best guys. They're like my other guys. Because he's at his dad's house.
It's very casual.
Yeah, it's funny. Sometimes there was bad guys, real bad guys, and it's like a big monster with a gun. But he's got red hair. All of the Czech brothers have red hair. But Cooper had an auntie named Martha who was pretty and very sad and never smiled.
He was pretty and emo.
When mom wasn't there to save him, Aunt Martha was. Sometimes Aunt Martha was a hero. Sometimes Aunt Martha was a monster.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Not all monsters wear capes. Sometimes they wear hoodies.
It's worth a read, honestly, if you're a comic book reader. And there's a lot of parallels, but there's a lot of differences. Because again, why would it be interesting to watch a comic book shot for shot on TV? It wouldn't be.
No, I like that. I like that it diverges. And it seems like the comic book, like I said, has all these different side stories that may or may not have any bearing on the overall story.
I don't know that they're ever going to come in. Ever.
Yeah.
And that's okay. They don't need to.
No.
But they are helping with the world building.
Right. To set the tone.
Yeah.
Of the comic, at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
You had said, I'm glad the revivers are still around. Rachel had said, like the vampires thing yesterday. We were talking about, you take the head vampire out, all the other sub-vampires go away. The ones they turned. I like that the revivers around too. There's something to the fact that, well, it has nothing really to do with M as the head vampire. We'll just call it that for now. But just like Jordan went back because she wanted to be reunited with her soul. And Jessie Blackdeer, same. It seems to have a pattern. Everybody kind of still wants to be reunited with their soul. And I like the idea that M wasn't ready to die. I mean, this is my interpretation of what happened, is that she wasn't ready to die, so she came back. The water helps, obviously, which is why I had such a hard time with her being gone before we knew she was back. She fought so hard to come back because her life had been hell, having brittle bone disease, and after the car crash needing rehabilitation. It's like she barely lived. As she explained to Rhodey, I'd never been to the beach. I never had a boyfriend, and my dad wouldn't let me, that whole thing. My point is really actually...
That's it. They were at Myrtle Beach.
Oh...
That's that beautiful scene
in South Carolina.
I'm lying, Dave. It's not.
No, but it would be kind of
Myrtle Beach is not at all like that.
It is interesting to me that the rest of the revivers didn't reunite with their souls. Obviously, it means more story to tell, but you think that they would have by now, by after 35 days.
Maybe more have, and there wasn't time to show us all of that.
Yeah,
maybe.
So we know that Blaine had Jesse's soul trapped. Jesse's soul was Blaine's angel.
But it wasn't chained up.
I don't know how I want to pose this question, because I don't know if it voluntarily killed Wanda or was forced to kill Wanda. And either case, why? Or did it kill her voluntarily, and why?
I don't think it meant to. So when she kept saying, it's not mine, it's not her soul. Obviously, it's Jesse's.
Yeah.
It's like trying to shove the wrong soul into the wrong body. It's like a square peg in a round hole, right? So when that happens, because it's unnatural, I think what ends up happening is that person then dies. I don't think that it's on purpose. I don't think the soul does it as like a conscious effort. I think that the energy being brought together resulted in Wanda being burned out.
Sure, that makes sense. But the soul would know that it doesn't belong to Wanda because they're seeking out their human counterparts.
I assumed it was forced because of all the screaming and shrieking and stuff that it was doing too.
Okay. And also, how do you force?
I don't know.
They can't touch it.
They can bind Wanda and force her to touch it.
She was seated in a chair. But
there you go. Let me leave two things. One, what is a unicursal hexagram if not the union of opposites? One concept living in contrast of another. To add to that, remember that Tyler Barrow, Blaine Abel, all of Blaine's people, they all got burnt by the angel. We use their terminology. I would say that whereas the revived heal or reset or refresh back to their original revived state, those burns will never heal. It's anti-healing or anti-resetting. It's permanence. So Blaine Abel may have that scar, that burn forever. And whoever touched the angel. So when Wanda touches the wrong soul, it's like anti-healing. She can no longer heal anymore. And she was burnt to a crisp. She was consumed by that burning and she can never re-heal. So for all intents and purposes, she's gone. What they showed on the screen in this episode, I think, was kind of like a husk.
Well, and her soul was dying because she was gone.
Yeah, was that her soul?
Yeah,
that was diminishing.
They said we assume that this is Wanda's.
Right.
Yeah, and it was
they
like
put it out of its misery.
And it was like dying. I don't think they did anything to it.
I don't think they
just
can.
It was just dying.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Rough stuff.
Yeah.
Poor Wanda's soul. Oh, can't be put to rest. That could be a good threat for season 2. Some sort of resolution with that. Wanda's soul can't wander eternity. It's kind of like the mythical wandering eternity without your soul, but your soul is wandering instead of you.
It didn't look like it was doing any wandering.
Yeah. I was very emotional and I was trying to hide it. I don't know if I did it well upon Martha's loss.
We didn't lose her.
But in the interim, that hang time, right? I was just like, I just can't. I hate it.
It didn't convince me. I'm like, how's she coming back?
Well,
I was more emotional with Wayne dying.
Yeah. Oh, same.
Because I knew that Martha had just said to him that it should have been him. And that...
Right, I forgot about that.
It really hurt.
Regret. Yeah.
So she's on the phone with her dad, and dad's like, I want to hang out with Coop. And she's like, no, he blames you for whatever. And she's like, but I'm here. We could talk. And then he didn't want to talk to her. I felt like he's blaming Dana for Martha.
No, he wants to talk to her, but he just can't admit it. You could feel it in his voice.
He walked in after everything happened and was like, where is she? Where's Martha? It's almost like he's holding Dana responsible somehow. He doesn't know what happened, but he's holding her responsible for Martha not being around.
I think he has some regret. And so I think that might be what's shining through. I'm not saying that couldn't be possible, Rachel. It definitely could be. But to me, it felt like a man who's just really in his regret right now. And he feels like that Cooper would be the easier one to win over because he's a kid.
He'll always love me.
Yeah. When in reality, actually, at this point in time, Dana is probably the easier one to win over in this exact moment.
Right.
What Dana wants him to do is just to be a dad instead of this reluctant, regret-filled man, because we now know that her parents were separated. We now know that there was like infidelity happening. And I'm sure that he has a ton of regret about it. And that just eats away at a person.
And with M now gone also, it broke him. This is kind of like we were saying, why am I the last to know that M died? It's the same thing. And now she's quote unquote really gone. And now we're seeing that effect. I like what you said, Rachel. I will integrate what you said in my lexicon when it comes to Wayne. I think two things can be true. I think you can have all these confusing feelings, but not be ready to talk about them just yet as well.
Sure.
Because you could have those regretful or angry feelings towards Dana. Like, where is Martha? Where is Martha? But I think you can also have that shame and finally realize part of this whole thing is your fault. I might have gotten to Patty Eve had I not been with Di Dillish at the time. But it's a step in the right direction. So that's what I like to say with both of them. And they're cut from the same cloth.
And now we need to see what happens in the next season. So come on, revival of the series.
Revive season 2.
Revive season 2.
Bring it back.
At least we have two things working for us. One, it was presented on streaming, which means that the numbers can trickle in a little bit later. Two, it's sci-fi. It's not a major network, so the ratings can be a bit lower and they still will continue to create the show. So
good.
Hopefully.
I hope that you all enjoyed what we just reacted and watched together and broke down. And I'm sure you have a ton of questions. If you do, head over to the comment section to wherever you're watching and leave one. Like this thing wherever there is a like. And if there is no comment section or like section, head on over to ratethispodcast.com/squawkingdead. 5 stars and a unicursal hexagram is all we need to know that you love us. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you didn't like. Tell us what you think we might have missed. We might have. It's possible. We kept sprouting questions at the end of this episode. Rachel spouting questions at the end of an episode is high praise because it means she's fighting sleep to ask the question.
It's true. So true. I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
And if you really like what you've heard, join us on our journey in podcasting and just tip us on Ko-fi and get access to our unedited episode recordings for 30 days, as well as forever access to our Discord, or join a membership tier on either patreon.com/squawkingdead or ko-fi.com/squawkingdead. Our revised memberships are waiting for you to review. We've slimmed them down to 3. We made the Great M tier, the Survivors tier, the Whisperers tier, and the Walkers tier got a little bit of a bump in what we offer. Basically, everything got a little bit more value. I urge you to check those out. There are different sign-on bonuses for both Patreon and Ko-fi. I am also looking forward to your feedback. If you have any ideas or thoughts on what we have to offer, I welcome them, both in comments, ratings, DMs, what have you, and especially on our Discord. Start a conversation up with me, Bridget, Rachel, Charity. We'll hash it out. I've been your host, Dave Cameo, and I was joined by
AsimoMom09.
And Bridget. You can find me at youtube.com/@FunkyBrewster. That's PUNKYBRUISETR. I know things. I can talk.
And I
took a
accept it.
Benadryl. Just
I thought you said no thanks.
I'm drunk and I know things. We will keep you updated if there's any news on Revival's 2nd season and any other cool news that comes out from Revival. And let's look forward to the Walking Dead Daryl Dixon season 3
coming very soon.
Coming this weekend.
Is it this weekend already?
Yeah, it's Monday, September 1st, and The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon's 3rd season will premiere on Sunday, September 7th, and maybe on AMC Plus. And in addition to this, I'll be heading to the Rooftop Films event on Thursday to see the early premiere of The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon season 3.
I'm so jealous.
So in the meantime, everybody, thank you, and remember that we are Squawking Dead. And Rachel, go to bed.
Yep. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Yep, good night. Yep, bye. Yep, bye, guys. Bye. Bye. Don't revive me. Thank you so much for making it to the end of yet another episode of Squawking Dead. This one, Revival's season 1 finale, the ultimate season finale, titled Rend the Veil. I think the mark of a good series is when you initially go into it reacting into and breaking it down, and the episode length starts off smaller. With each episode, it kind of gets larger. Such is the case with the last few episodes. It just goes to show how much we enjoyed watching and reacting alongside one another, asking similar questions, coming to similar conclusions, predicting where this might go, but the predictions that we made were so wacky that it beggared belief, and yet it ended up happening anyway. I noticed this as I was making clips for the last few episodes, and we had already recorded the last episodes of the season in the can, so I kind of knew where our coverage was going. And the whole reason why we wanted to react to this series midstream into our coverage was because you deserve to see what we enjoyed from the series enough so that maybe you would too, because I think it deserves a second season and some breathing room to tell its story. And if you don't take the time out to watch it on video on demand or sci-fi.com or even Peacock, where it is available in full, it might not. And the folks who made this really special series happen won't be able to see their vision to fruition. And I hope they can. And I hope it's inspired you to jump in, get your feet wet, and really dig into this genre blending series. In any case, we've reached the point of our podcast where we acknowledge our survivors and Whispers tier members in that order. Skipping the survivors tier, since we don't have any, we're going to move on to our Whispers tier members, starting with @kim.rowley1 on Facebook, Skylar Rose PW on Instagram and X, and Rob Stuffinthangs, who just sat in on a recording session with us, namely our season 3 premiere breakdown of The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon. You can reach him on TikTok at robsstuff_ N as in Nancy _ thangs THANGS. But that's not all. We are working on some cool little things behind the scenes to keep our coverage of Revival going, namely possible interviews, and of course any news coming out about a possible second season. We will keep you informed on the podcast and primarily on our social media accounts. But in the meantime, enjoy our coverage of The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, the first episode of season 3, our almost 3-hour discussion, mostly because of the pre and post banter discussion. Stream that over on either Patreon or Ko-fi with your membership tier, or if you tip us on Ko-fi, you'll have access to that for 30 days. But in the meantime, remember always that you, me, everybody, we are squawking dead.